It is 11 o'clock and kids are heading back to school and meeting new teachers. And for a group of young boys here in Indianapolis, this new school year also includes new mentors. Our Alex Almanza shows us tonight how they're keeping them focused and out of trouble.
You've heard about programs all over Indianapolis meant to empower young men and women. One program here on the east side is giving advice to young men, even if it's blunt. There's no fluff here.
Y'all hear me?
No sugarcoating it.
No, do y'all hear me?
Here is where mentor Kareem Hines keeps it real.
Whatever you dealing with, be accountable enough that you could go, you know what, mama, we need to what? Say it again. We need to talk.
New Breed of Youth Mentoring Program, or New Boy, is preparing every one of these kids to be an active member of society. AJ Poliskar says he wouldn't be here if it weren't for the program.
In jail or probably something with Child Protective Services, something like that.
He's now starting his freshman year of high school after previously being expelled.
Because the stuff that I did that had got me related to being expelled in New Boy, it was illegal.
But even though AJ has changed his ways, he admits he still isn't perfect, and Hines isn't letting accountability slip by.
Have you handled a pistol? Have you been with dudes with pistols? Okay, 2 claps. I'm gonna say this for him, for AJ. We've been on this journey with him for a long time, and I'm so glad you were honest.
As AJ continues to grow, he's still given new chances.
Now we good, clean slate. We clean slate now, me and you are good, you hear me? Come here.
For Hines, it's a clean slate, but the message has always been the same.
If we create a safe space for kids, they will talk about anything. We call it connection before correction.
Even if it's a 3rd or 4th correction.
Do you feel like a lot of people should get second chances like that?
Yes, everybody deserves a second chance. Doesn't matter what they do.
For AJ, the work isn't over for his chance to get it right. Hines says he hopes these boys take this advice into their adult lives. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
And as students head to school tomorrow, maybe throw the umbrella in the backpack. We've got rain chances increasing over the next couple of days. Not a washout tomorrow, and mostly cloudy with just a sprinkle at the bus stop, 70. There will be some scattered showers around, afternoon temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s. As expected, all of that rain across parts of Illinois fell apart as it moved our way. We did have a few showers across the northwestern part of the state, and a stray shower or 2 possible overnight and into the early part of tomorrow. We do get some steadier downpours in here tomorrow midday into the early afternoon hours. I'm going to continue the timeline and take you through the end of the work week and the start of the weekend.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit, Angela. Thanks so much. Tonight at 11, there is a new energy emergency in place aimed at saving all of us money at the gas pump. Governor Mike Braun says that this action is linked to Ukrainian strikes on Russian oil refineries, shipping in the Black Sea, and Canadian wildfires. So this means that it's separate from the Iran conflict that triggered the initial pauses on Indiana gas taxes. Those were set to expire tomorrow night. Indiana law prohibited another extension without involving the state legislature. But Governor Braun said today this move allows him to essentially reset the clock.
We're going to find out sooner or later whether that's going to be a long-term issue, whether we have to budget for that accordingly, federally and state by state. We're in a good place to where we've got options.
He started out bet on the come that Donald Trump would win a war in 4 weeks. He lost. You lost, Mike. You lost the bet.
Governor Braun told us he talked with leaders in the Indiana House and Senate to use Indiana's $5 billion in reserves to cover lost revenue. Well, here in Indianapolis, city leaders tonight are in a back and forth over the fees that you pay to get you back and forth. Last month, Mayor Joe Hogsett vetoed a proposal that would raise the wheel tax and the vehicle excise surtax the drivers pay when registering their cars. And now, Democratic leaders in the City County Council are confirming they do not have the votes to override it. They are set to vote on that override on Monday. Supporters tell us the move is necessary to fund city road repairs, but the mayor told us there are other ways to secure matching dollars from the state of Indiana. Well, tonight, the family of a man killed by police here in Indianapolis are telling us they want to see the body cam video. There is growing frustration tonight because so far, that's been a no-go. Police tell us that 21-year-old Dallas Jett fired at officers as they were responding to a disturbance call back on July 22nd. 2 officers were hit, one of them by a fellow cop. A spokesperson for Jett's family says his relatives were supposed to see that footage after the second officer left the hospital, and that happened on Monday. But tonight they're telling us they still haven't seen the body cam clips. They say the video could provide them with answers.
To delay that any further, the lack of transparency becomes how people start to perceive what is happening.
Statement IMPD tells us the delay is to protect the integrity of this investigation. A statement goes on to say IMPD is committed to transparency and intends to respond to the family's request and share the footage with Mr. Jett's family as required under state law. Well, it seems to be the perfect time of year right now to sit around your fire pit and make a few s'mores. But a couple of guys from Illinois found a different use for their fire pit. Indiana State Police discovered 21 pounds of meth during a traffic stop on I-65 in Lake County. A canine flagged officers to an illegal substance. They discovered the fire pit that was wrapped in cellophane, and then inside, they discovered the meth. Officers took both of those men into custody. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Tonight, a teenager is hospitalized after a shooting on the Near East Side of Indianapolis. Investigators confirmed the 16-year-old girl is in critical condition. The shooting happened around 5 o'clock this morning near 13th and Dearborn. Right now, we're working to learn what led to the gunfire and if police have identified a suspect. Johnson County Coroner Mike Pruitt just resigned. He's facing several charges after a 17-year-old girl's family said he stalked her and gave her alcohol. Pruitt is expected to plead guilty in a deal with prosecutors. A change of plea hearing is scheduled for tomorrow. Investigators just identified 2 people killed in an early morning crash. 32-year-old Forrest Coffey Jr. and 24-year-old Deshaun Williams died near 86th and Meridian. Police say an SUV ran a red light and hit a car. The car's driver died at the scene, as did a man in the SUV. The other 3 people in the SUV were taken to area hospitals. Tonight, a new $5.1 million grant is helping fund second chances. It's a federal grant supporting programs that work with former inmates. Recycle Force pays the participants through transitional employment and job training. Then, Keys to Work helps them find a job that can lead to a career. And check out this new playground at Garfield Park. It's all thanks to a $2.5 million investment from the Lilly Endowment. The playground project includes things for both younger and older kids. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories streaming anytime. Just scan this QR code. Right now, mall redevelopments seem to be happening all over our city. And tonight, work is underway on new affordable apartments at Lafayette Square. Not in the mall, but right next to it. This $49 million project is known as Lila at the Square, and it's set to open next year. Developers tell us that monthly rent will be $500 to $600 below market. Solar power will help control utility costs. The building will feature a licensed daycare. The mall's been closed for a few years now, but the people behind this project are telling us this is part of the fabric of our community.
I believe in legacy. I believe the reason why we call the place the Square, because we like to keep the legacy. I like to recreate the entrance of that place. I like to be sure that people keep the emotional connection that they have for a lot of years.
Lila at the Square is financed through low-income housing plus federal and state tax credits and bonds.